So in this video, I'm going to be making this riser and this tabletop to widen the existing table so that I can get the poop chute next to the printer and all three AMSs sitting here to use. Hey, it's me, Daryl. I'm in my basement. I know you guys have watched my video because you guys seem to like that one. I added a second AMS to my 3D printer here, and the other one's sitting on top where it's always been. The problem is this, another AMS 2 Pro. Problem with that is I have no place to mount it or sit it in there on that small table. And I have this piece of wood which is from a cabinet that I got for free. Again, I'm doing some recycling. I also have to build another cabinet on the side of this that's 15 inches tall for the AMS to slide in and another one to sit on top of. Alright, I got some tools here, and these things look like they probably just, yeah, they lift right out. Okay, so that's easy. Nope, but they do break off. Alright, so I found some pieces of wood that I can use for the uprights and the top. So this is part of an old entertainment center that I had that I'm going to cut to 14 inches deep, 15 inches tall, and 15 inches wide. Alright, first off I'm going to cut this down, clean up this edge a little bit, and then we'll move it over to 16 inches and I'll cut off the other side. That should be everything I need cut down right now. Okay, I have it clamped up here with a couple of these corner clamps. I have one here just holding it up straight and level. I'm going to put in like 4 holes over here in the top, cut it all flushed up. And so with that done, I got one side of it done. I will have to reclamp it back up on the other side over here and get the other board up there. And we will get this thing clamped up and screwed together, and then I will put it on the bottom of this thing and we will screw it into that. I didn't record me screwing the bottom on to the top part that I made, but I can show you what it looks like all together. And now I gotta go tear out my 3D printer, get this moved in there and secured to the table. And after I get it secured to the table, I will be putting all the three AMSs back on here with the printer onto the left side. Here's what it looks like. One AMS is going to sit up here, one's going to sit down here, the other one's going to sit on top of the printer like it already does. So I'm still working on this project for my AMS to make another shelf to get the third one on there. I'm going to have to cut a piece of wood in half here, and then I got to cut angles on it and cut it to length to make a ledge to go around the whole thing I made earlier. I'm going to need to set this to 45. Actually, let's do that one. It's a lot more accurate. All right, now that that's done, and we got my air compressor charged up, I need to line this up using this other piece here. Okay, that's that. You don't need to fall on the floor every time I put you down. Let's take this loose. Okay, now I want to flip it up on end. And do this one. Okay, I don't really need it clamped over here because I can see that one. Glasses. So we take this one. Excuse me. We take this one. And we got this side on now. Now we have to do the other side, which I probably will have to do on the floor. Okay, now this one, I should be able to clamp this on here like this on both sides. Keeps moving. All right, that all being done, I just got to cut that one to length and put that one in. So this one here just needs to be cut at about right there. So if I cut that right there, this one's good enough for straight cuts. All right, I'm gonna cut it. hate how I marked it. You cut a little long and then shorten it as I go. Ever so slightly. All right. Let's get this back up on the table saw. And it should just fit in there perfectly. Why is it slower now? Beautiful. Beautiful. Right there. All right. You can just go away. So with all the edging on it now, all I have to do now is go remove my AMSs and my printer, put this on top, attach it to that table so it doesn't slide off. Actually, I don't have to because that's what this edging's about. There's a lip underneath here so that if I set it on the table up against the wall, there's room for the stuff to go between here and cables around the side of this if I need to keep this thing from sliding around. Only thing I may have to do is cut a piece of that to go in the center here to support it from doing bowing in the middle in case the printer starts to bow in the middle. So we'll get in there, we'll get that all moved out, and then we'll get this in place and then put the AMSs all in there and get it up and running. All right, well, there's not a lot of room in this room, as you can tell. It's a very tiny little bathroom is what it was. So I didn't get to film much of me moving the shelf in here, but let me show you what it looks like while it's in here now. So here it is in place. I've put this shelf on top of the old desk and it's shoved up against the wall to keep it tight. The new AMS is right here. The old AMS, this is the AMS2, this is an AMS2, this is the older one. I don't know why it's wobbly, but no, oh, because the cable's underneath, that's why. And then this is the original AMS. This is the original AMS I got when I bought the Bambu Lab, well, a little over almost a year and a half ago. So anyway, I got it all in here and I got it all set up. I found out that this power supply, which is for this AMS, actually it's going to this AMS, this didn't come with one. I didn't remember that being the case. That's what powers that to dry the stuff. I may have to buy another one. Maybe they make a splitter so I can split the 1 to 2 because it's not like you would use both of them at one time anyway. So anyway, I'm going to, I got this thing all calibrated out. I'm going to label them so I know which one's which. It goes, I gotta put the tube in yet too, so I gotta do that. This is A, this is B, and the old one is C. Don't ask me why, I don't know how that works. But let's see if we can get this tube stuck in here on this, for this new AMS. I gotta slide this thing out carefully because I don't want to have to recalibrate it again. I think it's in the right spot. Put our poop bin back in. And now I'm going to label them. I printed out labels. And this one's going to be B, this one's going to be A, and this one will be C. What I did is I just put a C because it already says AMS, and I'm going to just stick it right there so I know which one's which. It's been a little confusing in the past. So now we know A, B, and C. And the way I made this will open up completely, full height. And I still got to take some stuff out of this one, like that. And then there's this foam pad that sits at the front, protecting that. And then I just have to decide which colors I want to put in this one yet. So I haven't decided yet, because I have this one is all PLA. This one is supposed to be all PETG, which I'm going to take this roll, which is PLA, out. And I'm going to stick it down here, and it will auto seek out and find what it is. So up here I have green, yellow, and black PETG, and I've been wanting to put in either red or orange, and I think I'm going to put in red. So I got a razor blade down here that I use. For opening stuff. It's going to seek out what that is until it's red. Okay, so I have the backup to this spool is down here. The reason why is because every time I put them up together, it wants to run the full one before the emptier one. I also want to put orange and white in, so I'm going to find an orange with a spool. I'm going to use a red and orange. And there it does it again. And I want to get a white with a spool, so I need to find white with a spool. And there it is. Okay. That was PETG, right? Yeah. Really? That's all? There we go. So the PLAs are over here, and they're all refills. So I need to get my spool and a roll of black. Get a notch, and on here there's a notch. This notch here goes on that notch there, and it will jump in. Then you put this thing in. And it snaps them together. And I gotta change the label on this because this says PETG and I don't want it to say PETG. Each time you get a refill, it comes with a label. Again, you put it in, sit it there, and start it in the hole. And that's all it takes. Then I can close this. And we're done. So if I go upstairs and look at the AMSs on my computer, it should show me all three of them, and it should show me all the colors that I have in all three of them. Again, this one should be all PETG, this one should be all PLA, this one is PETG and PLA. So anyway, that's it for this video. I've got my AMS in. I made that platform to make it a little bit wider so that I could get the three items on there and still open up the AMS in the bottom. I didn't have a place to put it before that, so I had to have some way to do it. If I get another AMS, I'm in trouble because I wouldn't even know where to begin to put it. There are 3D printable shelves that you can put on top of the printer that you can put two AMSs up there, and it has slide out shelves so you can slide it out to open it and put new filament in on the bottom one, and then the top one stays there. They also have one that you can make that prints on and hooks onto the side of the printer that you can lift the AMS up to get the lid open and it'll look down into the printer. But that's it for this video. I'm going to call it good right there. So if you like this kind of video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified when new videos come out. Thank you for watching.